Right, we've done loads of upcycles where the clothes are too big on us. However, what do we do when the clothes are actually too small and we still want to upcycle them? Well, this is what we're doing in this video. I have this pair of beige leggings that are a bit too small and I don't really know what to turn them into because I'm quite restricted with the fabric. So in this video, I'm taking inspiration from these tops that I've seen on Instagram, and I'm going to patchwork parts of this fabric with other scraps and other shorter, smaller amounts of fabrics that I have lying around at home and create a lovely wavy pattern patchwork top. So here we go. So first of all, we need to create a pattern, and for this I'm simply using a top I already own to trace the shape of it onto some paper. The important thing here is that the reference top is roughly as stretchy as our upcycling material is. Once we have traced the shape of the top, we need to create the individual lines that will make up our wavy pattern. I am using a French curve for this, but you could also just use anything round that you've got lying around at home. I repeat the same curve on the other side, as this is meant to look like the two pieces are overlapping. We need to space the curves out evenly, which I'm using another ruler for, but you could also eyeball this and go for a more organic style. I switched the ruler around again for the bottom to tie the other side in. Once the pattern is neatened up, we need to number the pattern pieces so we won't mix them up in the process. We can then cut out the pattern. And this is what our finished pattern should look like. Next, we can start cutting our fabric. For that, I simply cut the legs of my leggings just in case I want to make shorts out of them for someone that they will fit. We then need to trace our patterns onto our fabric, and in the process we need to add seam allowance as the pattern does not include any. Then we can cut our pieces, and it's easiest to cut them with the fabric double layered or on the fold, as we need all pieces twice and mirrored anyways. My substitute fabric were these beige scraps that I had from a previous project, and I copied all of my outstanding patterns onto them and cut it out too. For the top back patterns, we need to flatten the curve, as the top needs to be straight along the back for a better fit. Once all patterns are cut, this is what we should have ready to stitch together. And I am just straightening the top back a little more. Next, it's time to assemble the top, which is pretty straightforward, as we simply sew all pieces right sides together. Along the curves, we have to ease the fabric in a little. For this, I'm using the newest addition to the family, which is my beautiful overlocker that was kindly handed down to me by my mum, and it is so amazing, I have no words. But a zigzag or overlocking stitch will work for this too, as long as it is a stretchy stitch. We of course repeat this until the entire front and back piece are assembled. We then simply need to sew our sides of both pieces right sides together, whilst making sure that the seams of our individual pieces align. Once we've sewn this, the top is slowly coming together and looking like this. The last step is, of course, to hem the bottom and top, and for this I'm overlocking the edges and then folding them over once and pin them down. I am then using a twin needle to hem this, as this is the nicest way of achieving a stretchy hem. You could use a zigzag stitch, but I just don't like the look of that along my hem, and the twin needle is really cheap to buy. Here are the finished hems, and now let me show you how the top turned out. This top is really cute. It is special yet casual, which is exactly what I like my clothes to be. Thank you so much for watching.